I know we have to wait on that eccentricity segment of yours, but I am like very anxious because I like eccentrics.
It makes
the world a little interesting.
Not to get ahead of ourselves in the interview, but one of the points that the authors make in the book is that, for the most part, people who are eccentric are sort of lovable and warm and involved and very happy.
Yeah,
very happy people. They love what they're doing, they enjoy themselves, and they move happily in their own world.
Yes.
And the other, you know, when you point to some of the people that they've looked at and some of the things that they've done, it's very interesting.
But you know, it doesn't always follow suit. For instance, Elvis Presley. I mean, this is a guy, by all standards, I'm sure that you would agree is somewhat eccentric, was. I mean, one story I read, this is a guy who hated Robert Goulet so much that any time he would appear on the television and sing, he'd just whip out one of his many guns and
put a
hole in it. He'd just blow the whole television away.
I think that's somewhat eccentric.
Oh, here's my favorite one about Elvis Presley. He liked, in his later years, he used to like to lie in bed and eat. But it would somehow interfere with him watching television. So he had special glasses made at 45-degree angles with mirrors, so he could
eat and watch TV.
Television.
I'll have to talk to our author here to see if they factored in Elvis Presley into the eccentrics here.
That is one of the joys about living in New York, because it's so huge and we have such a collection of eccentrics which make really life exciting.
Can you imagine anybody having been here last night? You know, this was Halloween weekend, obviously, for everyone, but in New York City, adults were dressing up and walking down the streets. So
although the cynics would say, how could you tell? How could you tell there was a difference going on? That's what the cynics would say.
Looked like a normal Saturday night to me in New York.
Don't send me any letters. I like New York. Hang out in New York.
But he's an animal hanger, so keep sending him letters to that.
Just make a little levity here.
He does live in New Jersey, though.
Send the letters to Giselle. Hey, right, I do live in New Jersey.
A real eccentric right there.
And delighted to live in New Jersey. And I think all of you aspire to live in New Jersey.
Ah, he's gotten the truth out of us, yes.
I desire to look at New Jersey from this side of the house.
Oh, the cards and letters are going to be coming in. How's the lily breaking coming along these days, Jack?
It's a lovely place.
Can we just like touch on your hiking vacation?
Oh, it was so marvelous. We had such great weather. It was beautiful. 65 degrees. We went to Zermatt. It was parents' weekend for my daughter who's going to school there. And it was absolutely gorgeous. And about every mile or 2 miles, there's a little hut that serves soup, sandwiches, and a glass of wine for lunch. So by the afternoon, you're sort of thinking about going downhill on the tram is what it is.
Oh, great.
And they were skiing on top. Doing things. They were skiing.
Yes, they were skiing on top.
I was telling you, we skied once in the Alps, and what I found is you're working your way down the slopes, and there are no tree lines. You're up so high, and you find these little huts, and folks pulled off the side having a little picnic, and you ski over, you take off your skis, and you sit down, and you join them for some wine and cheese. It's just a nice way of doing it.
It's quite civil, isn't it?
Very relaxed.
And I like the fact that it all centers around food. You know, wine for hours, cheese for hours.
All right, but we're glad to have you back, Joe.
Good to be back.
Got a lot more coming up on Today after a station break. So come on back with us.
Hey.